What's up, guys? As always, today's discussion is going to be off the dome without a script or anything. I just want to speak my thoughts. And what I want to talk about is the importance of needing to be overly ambitious to the point of borderline delusional. You have to be delusional for your goals in the future you see for yourself, or you're never going to succeed in the first place. If you are a super pragmatic person and super down to earth, strictly book by the books, then in my opinion you're gonna miss so many opportunities for yourself that you could have capitalized on if you were a little bit more liberal with the risk that you'd want to put in. Because objectively speaking, those people who start their businesses, most of them fail within the first 2 years. I believe the stats 1 in 3 or 1 in 2 fail within the first 2 years. Maybe it's even more than that, 60%. Social media is extremely difficult to make it in as well. If you look at it statistically, how many people who try social media are actually making full-time livings out of it? Probably the 1%, 0.1%. My point is that if you look at everything from a strict numbers perspective and just the outcome, you're never going to be in a position where you could have been if you were more freedom, if you were more delusional in yourself. You need to have some kind of infallible motivation, infallible ambition and delusion in your own potential, so that way when you stare at the odds right in the face, you can take them on and put on this risk because you bet on yourself that one day you're going to make it, right? You're going to get something out of these sacrifices that you put in. That's why a lot of people, I don't know if you've seen this on social media, but a lot of people change their environment. They go into these apartments, they rent out these apartments in LA and other places that they can't really afford at all, with a justification saying that you'll just make money from a business they're going to do, social media, or a startup they're going to join. And what this does is it forces you into a state of urgency. That is the most important thing to success is urgency. How urgent do you feel that you have to accomplish this task? If your rent is due and you can't afford it, you have no choice but to succeed, right? You're going to be doing everything in your power and energy to just keep on doing the things that all your power and energy in order to succeed, in order to actually, at the very least, pay off that rent that's going to be due at the end of the month, or else you're kind of cooked, right? You're taking a bet on yourself. The number one thing that every single successful person has is that they took a bet on themselves and it worked out. They could have taken several bets on themselves. The first 4 could have failed. They could have failed 4 businesses in a row. First one fail. They could have made several social media accounts. None of them worked. They failed. They weren't in the right niche. But they took a bet on themselves anyway. That 5th time they take a bet, that's when they actually found success. That's when they got the big payout, right? The worst thing you could do is be in a perpetual state of complacency where you're in a situation that's not bad enough where you feel the need that you have to change it, that you need to get out of there, such as with the rent. If you cannot afford rent in the location you're at, you are going to find a way to make that work. If you're in a position that's just good enough, you're barely making ends meet, and you could just hardly sustain yourself and continuously do it, and it's manageable, that's the worst thing, because now a month goes by, or days go by, weeks go by, months go by, years go by, and nothing's changed because you are in this state of complacency where it's just good enough to keep you down there instead of being worse, which is going to force you to evolve and reach your full capability. That's why I think urgency is the biggest thing. Is you have to put yourself in an environment or create an environment in your head that puts a strict time restriction on you, and you actually kind of feel stressed out about it. Because in doing so, that's when you're fully going to acknowledge that you're not putting enough energy into achieving your goals. Now, this is not ideal for everyone, and it depends on your situation and what you're trying to do. But let's just go the startup route, starting your own business. If this business doesn't work, and let's say like you're homeless, right? You're gonna do everything in your power to make this business work. I mean, is his name John Dyson? The guy who made Dyson vacuums. He bet his whole family. He had a family. He bet his whole family's mortgage and house on his 60. I think it was like 68 prototype of the vacuum cleaner. He bet his whole house on that. Obviously, you don't need to take. Well, maybe you do. The main idea I'm trying to get is, who cares what everyone else thinks, no matter how unlikely the odds are, no matter how stacked against you the odds are. If you see a finish line, go for it. No matter what anyone else says, no matter how unlikely it is, no matter if you yourself don't think it's possible, if you see that finish line, an end goal of what you want, just keep on digging your heels in and not quitting until you reach that finish line. The only thing that separates someone, a winner, from a loser, a successful person with a successful business, from someone who's failed and given up, is their grit. How many times they're able to get back up after failure. How many times they're able to keep on pushing in the face of unknown odds. How many times they're willing to bet on themselves when no one else did. No matter how unlikely that bet was, they took it. And that's why you need to establish self-confidence in yourself, and I think the easiest way to do that is with the gym. By developing a strict routine and getting healthier, you're going to build up these small habits every single day, exercising, eating well. That improves on a subconscious level your confidence in yourself, because it demonstrates to your body that once you set out to do something, you're going to be able to continue doing that, and you have what it takes to stick to a goal and a regime. And when you build up these small wins, that's when you build the self-confidence. That's when you internalize your self-esteem that allows you to take these big bets, shots in the dark on yourself, that allows you to continue doing social media, continue starting up that business despite what everyone else around you thinks, despite everyone else making fun of you, despite the people closest to you bullying you, trying to drag you down because they don't want to see someone in their circle reach heights that they didn't even dream of seeing. That's how you build infallible confidence in yourself, by building up these small habits, which you can just start by getting yourself in shape, eating clean, and sticking to some kind of other hobby. Make yourself learn a new skill 20 minutes a day. Things like that. By building up these small things, that's when you start building up the big nodes that connect all these parts together that make you confident. And when you're confident, that's when you're going to allow yourself to take on these risks, to take out a loan and start a business, to use up the money you saved up on buying bulk clothing for something you don't even know it's going to pay off yet. But up here, you know it's going to pay off, because as long as you don't quit, eventually it has to, right? Off topic, would you guys like to see me doing some ranking videos on my favorite anime during the current season, my thoughts on anime characters, like Rudius? You get the idea. Would you like to see more commentary style on also anime stuff, for my ranking of summer anime, last spring anime, my favorite current manga, things like that? Let me know in the comments down below. Peace.